IGA Meals and Minutes with Courtney Wise.
If you'd like to fast forward to the best part of the meal, and of course that would be dessert, you are in luck today because Chef Michael Riggs is making 2 great desserts for Courtney. Not only are these going to taste great, I'm sure, but also lots of flair.
Yes, lots of flair, lots of fun, and he said that we can do this in the kitchen too. I personally have my friends coming over tonight, so he promises that I'm going to be an expert at Bananas Foster and Cherries Jubilee. Well, I'm excited about this. So we're going to first start with the Bananas Fosters, right? Chef Mike Riggs, tell us what we have to do.
Well, it's a pretty simple recipe, actually. Banana Foster's is a mixture of butter, brown sugar, a little liqueur, bananas, set it on fire, and pour it over vanilla ice cream. And it's real simple. And
this recipe came from the famous restaurant in New Orleans, Brennan's.
Absolutely.
So that's pretty cool. You can say, yeah, I made that. I mean, you know, people think this is a really fancy dessert. So we're going to prove otherwise and show you that it's really easy.
Sure, but the butter's already melted a little bit, so we're going to add the brown sugar. And I'll tell you right now, if you're looking for a healthy dessert,
this is not it.
This ain't it. Okay?
How much butter is that?
This is actually a cup of butter. Excuse me, about a quarter of a stick of butter and a cup of brown sugar. And what we're going to do is we're going to make this into caramel. You see it starting to thicken up a little bit. Okay? And as that melts, it just basically turns into a caramel sauce. Okay? And if it thickens up a little bit too much, well, you know what? We can always add.
I was just going to say, do you need more butter?
More butter.
Always welcome more butter.
Always more butter. But this recipe was been in New Orleans back in the 50s, because at that time, New Orleans was actually the #1 location of bananas coming from Central and South America into the United States.
So that's where the bananas were coming in. Okay.
That's where the bananas were coming in. And the owner of Brennan's had his chef create it for a very good friend of his who he wanted a special dessert. So you can see we've got basically a caramel sauce.
It smells so good right now. I could just eat that, but I'm not going to.
So we're going to put the bananas in there. Then we're going to soften the bananas up because we want to soak up that flavor, and we're going to coat them.
Oh, you didn't slice those. Did you slice it down the middle first and then you chopped it? Is that what you did, or did you just chop the bananas like normal?
I just chopped the bananas like a normal would. It doesn't really matter how you cut them. You can cut them longer if you want a different presentation. What we're going to do is we're going to pour this over this vanilla ice cream here in a second.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do this. I've actually done this in the parking lot of the tailgate. You can do it camping. If you have the basic ingredients, you're good to go.
If you say so. I mean, you're the chef here. I
You'll
might
do
burn
this
the
tonight
place
and
down.
do one. Now we're going to add banana liqueur, which is 99% proof, but it is basically put in there for flavor. Okay.
Okay. Because that really brings out the banana flavor.
It adds the banana flavor, because bananas have a mild flavor, but for a dessert, you really want it to have a bold flavor.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're about to get to the fun part.
So how long would you say that it takes the bananas to get a little soft?
It doesn't take bananas but a couple of minutes, because you want them to still be a little bit firm, but kind of soft. In the culinary world, we call that al dente.
Al dente.
Which is an Italian word, means to the tooth.
That's right.
Okay, so it's still kind of firm, but soft enough to bite into, like good pasta.
You would not believe how good this smells right now. This is what they do, you know, next to your table sometimes in a dimly romantic restaurant. You can sit there and have Bananas Foster.
And your flambé tableside desserts. That's how they were.
You can do it tailgating.
That's
like you said.
Hey, you can do it in a campground if you take all the stuff.
I love it. Oh, it smells so good.
As long as you have heat. Okay. All right. Now, what we're going to do now is the flaming part.
Is this?
And you said you were going to do this, okay? So I brought some long firewood for a fireplace matches, so she's going to light that. I'm not a big avid fan of sticking
oh dear. Okay.
a lighter into open flame. So when I pour the rum in here, okay?
Yes.
You're going to put that in there, and don't forget to grab the cinnamon.
Oh, okay. So I do this at the same time.
Yeah, well, you're going to light it. Pass me the match.
Let's
I'll
just
take
see
care of it.
what
We'll see what happens, okay? So
at
we
the
don't
same
have to
time?
take long. Pour that in there.
Woo!
Now start sprinkling.
Oh my gosh.
There
I'm
you
scared.
go.
You did
I'll do it for you.
I was afraid. Oh, look how pretty that is. I'm not going to be able to do this for my friends tonight.
Can.
There's
yes,
no
you
way.
Can. We'll have your friends help you.
Okay, now the cinnamon. What's in the cinnamon that makes it do that? Oh, look how good that
keeps
looks.
flaming. The cinnamon actually comes from the bark of an evergreen tree.
Okay.
And so all you moms out there watching, or dads, for science, there's iron in it. So when it hits the fire, it sparkles. That's the iron burning off. So it makes on a good show, and of course the cinnamon adds flavor to it.
Okay, so if we were on Top Chef, how do you think I did? Rate me 1 to 10. Was I late?
10. I'll just go ahead and say 10.
Oh, thank you. You are so nice.
Okay, so we're going to just spoon this in on top of the ice cream.
And then it melts the ice cream a little bit.
It melts the ice cream, and it just becomes a big old container full
Yum.
of goo.
Can you come to my house tonight and make this? Because I really am afraid I'm going to
No, I just showed you how to make it. You're on your
own
own
this
now.
looks so good. Okay, hopefully these bananas aren't too.
They'll be a little bit warm, but the ice cream with it, so you've got
Those
caramelized.
bananas really are very soft.
Yeah, it really does. It softens them up.
Good.
Make sure you get good yellow bananas. Don't get them too
Or they're
green.
Okay. Well, we have Cherries Jubilee coming up. We'll light that on fire again.
Yep.
Maybe he'll do a better job than I did. Also, there's chef camp coming up this summer. So if you're into cooking and you want your kids to do something fun like that this summer,
we will teach them.
You don't want to miss out on this. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Okay, this is one of the best desserts I've ever had. We're fighting over it in the studio because it's so good. So we just made the Bananas Fosters, and now we're going to do the Cherries Jubilee.
Cherries Jubilee.
Which you gave me a little history lesson, and I've already forgotten it.
Cherries Jubilee is, it's okay, is a dessert that was invented by one of the most famous chefs in our profession years ago called Auguste Escoffier.
Okay.
And he was asked to create a special dessert for Queen Elizabeth's 50th Jubilee.
Oh, wow.
And this was in England, so he invented the Cherries Jubilee, which again is a flambé dessert
And
to
that's
celebrate
where
her
it came from.
50th year as a monarch of England. Now this is the current Queen's mother. This is, we gotta go back a long time ago.
Right,
so
a
it's
long
not
time
current.
ago. Okay, that's kind of cool to know the history. Do you teach that when
I try to. There's a lot of history to food,
Yeah.
and if you understand where it comes from and what you're cooking for, I mean, it doesn't make a difference on making the Jubilee, but just to be able to know where it came from,
Right.
I think is always very interesting about the culinary.
I do too. And that way when you're cooking in front of people, you can tell them, okay, let's get to it. What do we have to do? This is
sound really
butter
good.
again, right?
Butter. Nothing
Okay.
healthy about this again, okay? So this is butter. Now we've gotten some dark cherries. They're sweet, and or you can use Bing cherries,
Okay.
B-I-N-G if they're fresh. And to the butter, we're going to add the juice.
And you said canned, but you can use frozen and you can use fresh.
Yeah.
So whatever, but he did use canned, and this is the juice.
Yep.
Okay.
So what we've got here is got the butter and the juice that from the cherries itself in the can. And then to that, we're going to add sugar
Sugar.
and cornstarch.
Okay.
Cherries
Picking it up.
naturally are not that sweet, so we need to sweeten this up because it's a dessert.
Okay.
And what the cornstarch does is it serves as a thickener because we want this to be a sauce. If not, it'll just be kind of gooey. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to mix this together till it all dissolves. Okay. Be a good idea if I kept it in the pan, wouldn't it?
How long does it take to thicken it up? Just a minute?
It won't take long. We're just going to keep stirring it around. The biggest thing is we want to break that up. Okay.
But while you're doing that, the
Sure.
recipes, both of these recipes are now going to be on IGAmeals.com. So it's going to be easier for you to check out those recipes. We just have a link right there. You'll click that, and then you'll be able to print them and then make them for your family tonight or whatever you want to do. Okay, I see
So
it's
you
getting
can see
thick
it
now.
thicken.
Yeah.
It thickens pretty quick. Now we're going to add some zest of a citrus, which is orange. That gives it a real citrus pop. We're going to put that right in there because the zest in tropical fruits is where all the flavor is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how much? Is it a teaspoon or a tablespoon?
That's a half a teaspoon for the
Okay.
recipe on the internet, but a
You
lot of
just
it's
eyeball it.
just a taste of flavor thing.
Okay.
So you can see it's kind of reducing. See how it's thickening up
Yes.
already?
Oh, it smells so
Okay.
good.
Now it's time to add our cherries in.
Okay.
Okay. And we're just going to let that come to a boil again.
Okay.
Then once again, we're going to do one more thing. You got your flame ready? She's good to go. Okay.
I'm a pro now. Hardly.
In this case, we're going to use brandy, or you can use cognac.
Okay.
Okay.
Brandy.
We're not going to shake anything, so we're just going to pour it in there.
Good, because that
brandy
was
basically
scary.
is cognac and wine combined.
Here you are testing me again. I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's a quiz after the session. Okay.
At the same time?
Put it in there.
What am I doing wrong? Wait a second.
You want to try it one more time?
Wait.
This might be a happy hour version
Hang
of what we're having. All
Okay.
right, you ready? Got to do it pretty quick.
What?
Nothing. There it is. It's gone. Move your.
Oh.
It's a lighter blue flame than rum burns at. They burn
Wants
by
me to
different
come
colors.
to their house and cook this tonight.
Oh, well, I think your book club's having it
Yeah,
tonight,
really.
right?
Oh
There
gosh,
you go.
I'm gonna quit touching this.
Yeah,
Okay.
Don't burn yourself. Then I'm gonna go back to school and talk to my students because I'm burning people on
Yeah.
television.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm
All
not a
right,
very
so
good
we're gonna
protege.
scoop that out with all that sauce.
Oh, look, that's so pretty. Love it.
Okay.
Okay, then you just scoop that over the ice cream, and again it melts. I'm going to.
And there's a little bit
taste it.
more brandy in this
Okay.
than I planned on, but that's all right.
That's okay. Well, thank you so much. It's so much fun to have you on
You're
the
welcome.
show. You
You're
said we were going to
welcome.
set something on fire, and we certainly did. Again, these recipes are on IGAmeals.com. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Go to WBKO.com/midday for IGA Crossroads locations.